But then, write this down, he receives. Receive the touch of the Lord for cleansing. You know what I love about the leper? The leper is a reminder that sin makes us numb. I guarantee you that the things that you justify, the things that I justify that are still trying to hang out in our life has made us numb towards the things of God. We, in pride, always elevate ourselves, but if we, through humility, recognize the truth, the Holy Spirit is there to show us all these things that you're justifying in your life, they're false. They're hurting you. They're leading you to destruction. So many times I've found myself when warring with the Lord, when wrestling with the Holy Spirit, because the Holy Spirit's after me, and he's saying, we're going to get rid of this, we're going to get rid of this, we're going to do this. And I'm saying, I don't want to, that's not comfortable, and Lord, I'd rather it if it were this way. What I realize is when I come before Jesus humbly, I realize he has the better plan. And then when I submit to that plan, it's amazing what happens. Things that I used to love to do that the Holy Spirit was on me about, when I get in those dry seasons where I'm not seeking the Lord and I'm not receiving from him and I start getting numb again, I try and go back to those things. But the work of the Lord has already happened. So when I go back to those things, man, I'm all tore up. I'm tore up. I was like, I don't want to be here. You know, Peter, he was talking about it's better for somebody to have never known the Lord than to know the Lord and walk away from the Lord. He said it's like the pig that is washed clean but then goes and wallows in the mire again. That's what happens. So Jesus is making you clean, and when you go back, you realize, I don't want to get dirty again. That's the process. That's the work of the Lord. So if you receive the touch of the Lord for cleansing, what you're going to realize is the more the time you spend with Jesus, the more you are going to get cleansed from stuff. The more people are going to recognize that cleansing. If you have trouble right now, if there's something in your life that is constantly battling you, start choking it out by spending more time with Jesus. Like, that's the answer. Sometimes we're always trying to punish ourselves and come up with discipline. I'm not against the discipline part. I'm against the punishing ourselves. We do a terrible job at that. But if we discipline ourselves, that's okay. But start hanging around Jesus. Start putting a willful effort to replace the junk that you were doing with spending time with the Lord, and watch what happens in your life. That's part of that being separated process. You'll start getting hungry for what Jesus can do, because Jesus satisfies where that other stuff, it doesn't really satisfy.